Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Evoland 2. Last time we got the Stone of Time from the Temple of the Prophet, or the Pyramid of the Prophet, as evidenced by the fact that you can no longer see it in this outdoor sprite. Which is kind of a nice touch. This time, now that we've gotten the permission to go to the Cursed Isle and the Stone of Time, we're going to go see what those two things can let us do. So, we've already been in the Cursed Isle, or I've already showed you how to get there, so we might skip this whole section, but if not, I'll just keep making commentary here. Where exactly do I want to go? What? You want to go to the Cursed Isle? I do! Isn't it just my lucky day? Fair warning, there's no way we're docking there, etc., etc. If you don't come back alive, that's your problem. Yes, you've made yourself clear. Okay. Yes, I want to leave now. And once again, we sail on this slightly odd-looking ship, but it's fine. Back to the 3D Cursed Isle. Ooga booga. Alright, so now that we have the Stone of Time, after we blew away all that sand, this showed up. So, let's see what happens if we put the stone in there. Oh, actually, before that, I'm gonna go upgrade Fina because I totally forgot that I had some mana. So, let's do that. So I guess that's one benefit of having to scroll through all of your items before you choose one, is it means that if you forgot about something, you'll see it. Oh, what a fine young man you are. What can I do for you, darling? Let's wake an ally. Do you know what you're asking me, my little peach cobbler? First, I can only proceed with awakening if you bring me enough mana. Mana's that life energy, extremely rare stuff. And even then, if the woken individual isn't ready to accept awakening, they'll die. So, it's never an issue where they'll die if you upgrade them. Wonderful, you dug up some mana. We'll get the awakening then. Well, Fina's the only one we have. And now with that, Fina's power has reached level 2. It sure has. Focus longer for a more powerful attack. Well, that's all I had to do. See you soon, my rubber ducky. Yep, you have some weird pet names, lady. But the good news is that Fina is now level 2, so she has an even stronger attack. Which will be quite useful when we get into combat at some point in the future, I'm sure. And you probably want to do that before you do this whole thing with the Cursed Isle for... well, because... I mean, for reasons that will be apparent. Alright, so after a brief detour there, where I had to go and get Fina leveled up, as you can see in that triangle on the right side of the screen. And as you can see now that I do... this! Which is a slightly more powerful attack. Now we will finally see what happens if we put the Stone of Time in this little pedestal. So this is one of those typical light-up puzzles. Now, you can start from wherever. So I recommend you start from back there, because that's the only way you can actually do it. And the goal is to unlight all the steps. If you make a mistake and step onto an unlit tile already, it'll restart. So there's nothing too big a deal about that. And you can just move the Stone of Time over here. It doesn't even ask you what you want to do with it this time. And doing all that causes stairs to rise from the ground. How terrifying. Kind of. Anyway, now that that's happened, let's see what's up these stairs. Oh, look! It's exactly what we were hoping to find. Finally, we found a Magilith. See, Manos, you didn't have to be such a pessimist. It appears to be functional. Perhaps the Stone of Time has enabled it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Anyway, that's our ticket out of here. I would not be so sure. What if we end up in an altogether new era? A time without mystery, devoid of poetry. A time when life consists of killing people FPS style. Oh, apparently you don't like FPS games. But some of them can be great, man. What the heck are you on about? I'm only theorizing. It is equally possible that we will end up in my era, or that of Miss Fina and Solid Snail. But, as Miss Fina would say, I fear we have no other choice anyway. I don't think that's what she would have said, but she says exactly, so alright. Off we go, Oni. We won't know till we get there, and I don't want to stick around in this future. I mean, you're the one who actually triggers it. Oh no, we're back in the void! The void of lightning and weird swirly stuff. And we've ended up... Gah! Menos? Oh no! You turned into a woman! Menos? That name rings a bell. So, you're not Menos? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I was very startled to see you appear like that. I haven't introduced myself. My name is... Well, we're gonna leave it as Velvet this time. Velvet. And who might you be? For that matter, how did you get here? Menos. Oni, I'm afraid Menos is stuck in the future. Maybe because Velvet was in that very spot right at that precise moment? Which means he wasn't able to materialize here. What an unfortunate coincidence. The Magilith. It's deactivated. Oni, you think somebody messed with the Stone of Time? I mean, we set it there in the future, so obviously if we're in the past compared to that, it's not there. You're right, it doesn't seem likely someone would have followed us to the island. The Magilith? The Stone of Time? I knew it! You're Magi! No, we're ordinary humans. We're just on a really long trip. By the way, can you tell us what year this is exactly? We're at 999. We're not in 999, not 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. It's a good game, but I don't want to be there right now. That'd be a pretty big tone shift. Not for much longer, mind you. The celebration for the 50th anniversary of the Empire's victory will coincide with the new millennium. Oni! We're finally back! I'll see my village again! The 50th anniversary. But that's when the great disaster is supposed to happen. What disaster? Oni! I know we can stop this from happening. We don't have much time. We need to find out what happened, or what will happen. So, it was true. I never believed it. According to the ancient texts, Magiliths can be used to travel through time. And you found the Stone of Time. I've spent my whole life looking for it. It's a long story. I really don't have time to tell you right now. If the great disaster comes to pass, then... I do not want that future. Let me go with you. I've studied the Magi for years. If all this has something to do with them, then you can count on my help. It could be dangerous, you know. I'm no stranger to danger myself. Stranger danger! What do you think, Oni? Should you come with us? I mean, sure, why not? Thank you. Alright then, let's start by getting out of here. Your timing is perfect. I'm being held captive by pirates. If you hadn't arrived, I don't know if I would have made it out on my own. And now Velvet's joined the team. Pirates, you say? Doesn't that sound familiar, Oni? Well, as you might imagine, I'm not very good at doing female voices, so having to do 2 different ones for 2 different party members is gonna be tough. Anyway, Velvet lets us freeze that and break it down. That really only happens this once with regards to the breaking down, but it's nice to see. The prisoner's getting away! Yar, who dares oppose us? We are the fearless pirates of the bay. Claims to ownership crumble at our feet. What's yours is ours. And vice versa. What'd you say, Wedge? You're supposed to say, and all that jazz. Yeah, I know, but I thought vice versa sounded nicer. I mean, who still says, and all that jazz nowadays? Biggs, he's kind of got a point. Yeah, I don't much care for all that jazz either. But nobody ever listens to me in these group meetings. All I ask is that you say what we said to say. If we say something different every time, what's the point of these meetings? I have to agree with you there, Biggs. Right, so where were we? And all that jazz. Right, sorry, Biggs. It's water under the bridge. Hey, wait. That's not the prisoner. Motion to hold a meeting on the subject of our next move. Motion accepted. Those are some kind of odd pirates. Also, this nice little sandcastle here. It serves no purpose whatsoever except to kind of look nice. Anyway, they are now holding a group meeting. Soon you will witness the bloodlust of the pirates of the bay. At least, that's what I plan to suggest at the meeting. I agree with everyone else. What's the use of holding meetings if we just fight? One moment! Can't you see we're in the middle of a meeting? This time I'll keep my word. I'll do what we've decided on. We're busy here. Well, I mean, if you're busy, don't mind me. I wonder if I can open this chest. No, sadly, there's nothing to get here. But there is something to break down using Fina. All right. Having heard the arguments, counter-arguments, and suggestions, I've made my decision. We will attack the intruder because we are the fierce pirates of the bay. Motion accepted. Biggs? What now, Wedge? It's just that, looking at the intruder, I think I recognize him. And why couldn't you say so earlier? It's just, if you look real close, his red hair, goggles on his forehead, none of that rings a bell for you? It's the ghost of Pirate Roberts! He's come back to have his revenge! Everyone get on the ship! Apparently I'm a pirate now. First I'm the Great Destroyer. Well, let's see. First I'm G. Then I'm Kuro for all of 2 seconds. Then I'm Oni. Then I'm the Great Destroyer. And now I'm apparently the Dread Pirate Roberts. And now we get a wonderful boat. Man, carrying all this equipment is getting ridiculous. I mean, yeah, I don't know how I can carry that. Would you like to set sail? Yes! Now that we've got our own boat, that's quite nice. I guess I'll just talk to Fina while Velvet just kind of sits there in the background. So getting that boat opens up a bit of the world to us. We can now kind of sail around here. And any, like, the dark blue water we can't sail to, but the light blue water we can sail in. Ha ha ha! You gotta be pretty brave to assault our lair. But I'm afraid we only accept challenges from other pirates. And we have nothing listing us as a pirate at the moment. So that's a shame. Unfortunately, right now, that doesn't give us that much space to explore because pretty much the only blue water we can get to, or the only 2 ports we can get to are the formerly Cursed Isle, which is, except that is, now it's future, you know what, whatever, and Sierra. So let's dock at Sierra. Let's talk to people in the present. What do you have to say? Cursed be the name of that pirate Roberts. Because of him and his treasure, everyone vies to become the Pirate King. With all those criminals running around, every child wants to grow up to be a pirate. Is that a One Piece reference? I was still a wee lad when the Pirate Roberts sailed the open sea. Them were the good old days. I used to come to the beach and watch the boats, but the waves covered up all the sand, bit by bit. Do you reckon Sierra Harbor will be completely flooded someday? Wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately. Have I gone this way already? Ah, no I haven't, but if you go all the way around through there, you can get to this chest, which has another collectible star. We're up to 15 out of 30. We're halfway there. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. So yeah, you can go kind of just behind these trees and through this little gap to get that. And what's in this place? Hello, sir. I just love cooking. Seems a gourmet chef is trying to make over Walk-Donald's. You think he'll be able to reinvent that wretched excuse of a restaurant? Personally, I doubt it. Well, what we've seen of the future looks like he might actually succeed. How about you, person? What on earth are the Imperial Special Forces up to? They're supposed to be protecting the citizenry, yet they do nothing to stand up to the pirates of the bay. All I want is to get rich without my ships being boarded and pillaged. Well, isn't that what everyone wants? We're sisters! Hee 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 hee. We're sisters! Hee 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 hee. That's great, random ladies. Pirates so love challenging each other to bare-knuckle brawls. I find it all so brutal and barbaric, don't you? I mean, kind of. I haven't seen them do any of that, but I probably would. Ooh, a clock. I don't think there's actually anything in here, but I just figured I might as well explore. Yep, nothing to do in there. So, we've landed at Sear Harbor, and we're back in the present, so let's go see if we can get back home. Because I'm sure Fina wants to see her family again. That rock slide is blocking the way to my village. But we've got more important things to take care of right now. Do we? Isn't that what you wanted? I mean, I guess I can go here. See what happens. Oh look, remember that gravestone about an unknown inventor? This must be him. You're still here? Do you think I have time to waste? I came here for some peace and quiet. Now leave. I'm conducting very important research. Well, I guess he doesn't want any of our help at the moment, so not much we can do there. Also, another important thing to note, if you go into the Windy Valley right now, you can't climb, but over here you'll find we Guardians were discovered by the Magi. They believed they were our creators, but they merely found us. The Pazu apparently says that. You who seeks the sacred power of the wind. I see you are wide awake, but did you bring me what I asked for? Did you want some candy? That is not it. Yeah. So, as you can tell by the fact that on our right we still have one more arrow that Menos can increase and one more arrow that Fina can increase, this is the way that you get them up to level 3. Unfortunately, you need 3 mana apiece to do it, so we're not going to be getting that for quite a while. I just thought I'd show you that so that you know about it in case you progress on a different path than I do in the future. Doesn't that sound so, like, graduation style? But yeah. Anywho, there's not actually much we can do in the Windy Valley at the moment, but there is some stuff we can do here in Genova. Welcome to Genova. Have a wonderful stay. Everyone's celebrating the 50th anniversary of the victory. The party is sure to be unforgettable. Too bad I'm on duty. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Peace has prevailed in the Empire for almost 50 years. We're going to celebrate in style. Nothing so awful could ever happen to us now. We have no more enemies. Sure. Youngsters don't remember what the war was about. These days they just use it as an excuse to party. But so many died for their freedom. Many humans and even more demons. Yeah, I saw. Ah, I'll never be ready for the celebration. Everything must be perfect. Sorry, but you can't come in here. Too bad for the kiddies, but they sure earned it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but alright. All these preparations for the 50th anniversary are wearing me down. Have you seen my son around by any chance? He's been playing with his friends a lot lately. Well, so long as they're not getting in trouble. I haven't seen him around at the moment, no. Don't tell anybody, but my fiancé went off to join the Pirates of the Bay. Hee hee! I hope he comes back with lots of booty, and maybe a nice scar across his cheek. That'd make him even manlier. Well, we met someone walking the same place who had the exact opposite reaction of their fiancé going to war. Weird. Since the war ended, my dad's locked himself up and barely ever goes out. I understand how hard it must be for him, but I can only be so understanding. That's it. As soon as he's gone, I'm selling the house. Well, this is the house we bought, so... Who are you? Wait a minute. I recognize that armor. Who are you? And what are you doing in my home? Oh! I know you! Not this nightmare again. Listen, I'm going to wake up soon, so I just wanted to tell you one more time. Tell you how sorry I am. I should have listened to you. Yes, should have listened. I was only following orders. I had no other choice. All those people dead because of me. My fault. If only you'd carried the Emperor's seal of confidence, as I do. My Medal of Honor. I never take it out of the cabinet nowadays. I don't deserve it. Leave me! Well, as you might expect, this is Dulcan, and apparently something pretty bad happened in his past. But he did mention something about a Medal of Honor, so let's steal from a grieving old man. You got the Imperial Medal. It marks the Emperor's trust, confers a certain prestige, and looks stunning on the mantle to boot. So this is something that will be important for a bit later. But if you're here right now, you might as well do it. And remember where that guy's talking about reinventing McDonald's? Well, welcome to McDonald's! Oh, but I'm afraid we're closed right now. My grandpa left me this restaurant when he passed away. He made a killing off of it. I'm just not happy with the quality of the food. I've sampled loads of dishes, but I can't quite find the right taste. I need to go off in search of some really epic ingredients. I'm kind of stuck here. Hey, you guys look like fearless adventurer types. Would you be willing to fetch the 3 epic ingredients I need? Sure. I don't know if they are. Oh, thank you so much! I'm counting on you. Go find the 3 epic ingredients and bring them back to me. Welcome to McDonald's. Oh, but I'm afraid we're closed right now. Did you find one of the epic ingredients? Well, I don't know what else we're going to do with this mammoth steak, so... Ah! You found the mammoth steak? Brilliant! Thanks a bunch. There's 2 more epic ingredients I need. Welcome to McDonald's. Ah, but I'm afraid we're closed right now. Did you find one of the epic ingredients? No. So that was the only one we had right now. But we finally found a use for that mammoth steak. It's just a little bit more. I find that traders just don't get enough respect, you know? I'm serious. We work so hard, and for what? Thankfully, we've formed a council that lobbies for our interests. Maybe one day the Council of Traders will be more powerful than the Emperor. So I'm exploring right now, but I'm going to do something quickly. The Coliseum is closed. We don't have enough fighter. I believe it's fighters. Who would fight if they didn't have to? Come back later. Maybe some brave fighters will look for a challenge. Well, while we're here, first let's check the item shop, see if they have anything better than our current equipment. Maybe peacetime, but how would you like some nice new gear? Alright. Ah, a steel sword. That's going to be slightly useful. As well as a steel belt and steel boots. Well, I've got enough to buy all of them, so might as well. This noisemaker belt is not suitable for thieves or rogues. Well, that's not what I'm planning to be. And some steel boots. They protect your feet, but not against blisters. Apparently not. And a steel sword. Yep. Sturdy, sharp, dependable. Well, now I've gotten every weapon that I could get here. Also, I think you might be able to sell... Yeah, you can sell your old stuff, so... Might as well. You're never going to need them. Smug belt. Which, they don't even know what smug is right now, so I don't know how I can smell it for... Smell it? Sell it for this much. But that's alright. Anyway, that made back a little bit of the money we spent. But... I think now it's time we visit what used to be the inn. Because this is the start of a very long, game-consuming side quest, basically. Welcome, young players! Come and learn to play the greatest game of all time! Why, naturally, I'm talking about the game of cards! Inventive name. You collect cards and clash with your friends' armies, but only one will be left standing. That looks cool, Oni! Step up and find out more! Well, we will, but first I'm gonna go back here and get the chest that was back here. And in it is... another collectible star! We're past that waypoint, 16 out of 30. Not bad. Anyway, let's go talk to that guy and figure out what nonsense he was spouting. Aha! A new player enters the fold. As a welcome gift, allow me to offer you these 3 cards. You get a squirrel. Alright, let's learn about Game of Cards. Playing the Game of Cards is easy peasy. Just find yourself an opponent and issue a challenge. Should you defeat your adversary, you'll score a new card for your deck. The Game of Cards is an age-old game played by people of all ages. You'll find players in every corner of the world. Would you like to know more about the Game of Cards? Sure, what's the rules? It is quite simple. Draw cards from your collection. You can throw them back to gain mana, or play it on the board if you have enough mana. Once on the board, they will hit your opponent or his cards. Get your opponent's hit points to 0 to win. Would you like to know more? Let's learn about the board game. There are 3 lines with 2 cards on each side. Cards close to your opponent can deal damage. If there is an opposing card, they will fight. If not, your opponent will be hit. When a card takes 2 without an extra much damage, it goes back to the draw pile. Would you like to know more about the Game of Cards? Let's learn about special powers. Some cards can do more than just fight. Range deals damage even if it's on the back row. First strike deals damage first. Trample, excess damage continues on to the next target. Magic gives 1 mana per turn. And heal, there's literally only one card in the game that has heal. Hence why it's called rare, and heals the card in front of it. And no, that's all we need to know. Try and collect all the cards. So, now you can see that we have 3 cards, and we have this new slot, which is cards. There's like 61 to collect. So this is a 2 mana for a 2 damage, 1 health minion. 2 damage for 2 mana for a 1 damage, 2 health minion with range. So that little arrow in the corner means it's range. And then a Grizzly, which is 4 mana for 3/3 with trample. That's what the little axe means. There are 60 cards, it looks like. And this is a very long side quest. Like, most of it is spent fighting people in the game of cards to get more mana. And if you find someone who you can challenge, if you walk right up to them, there will be this little challenge thing on the bottom. Additionally, you'll see that there's a little card on the right of that challenge mean, of the challenge bar. When you beat them, you get that card, and that card goes away. So if you're not sure if you've beaten them once to get the card, just look for that. Look in the bottom right of that challenge. Anyway, I think now that we've found out what the main gimmick is going to be here with this game of cards, I'm going to start a whole new video where I just challenge everyone I can find here to a game of cards. I might make that as a side quest video, so yeah, there won't be any story progress in it, but I'll try and mark it. Anyway, see you next time when we explore this place a bit more, and also, in the side quest video, learn more about the game of cards and try and beat some people. See you then. Bye!